think so. I'm not used to people standing up for us.
Really?
It's a rarity, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you make an effort to always...
Yeah, to greet people, yeah. Well, yeah, it always feels weird when you guys come in and you're just like, hey, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I try to welcome you to the room.
That's always nice.
Yeah. I try to be.
Yeah. It's not that other people aren't nice, it's just, you know.
It's just that's over the top.
Maybe.
Yeah, so
that's not over the top.
It's like false nice then. Oh, God.
Don't be silly.
I'm overdoing it.
We're all going to complain about it now.
Cool, well said.
He was just too nice.
He was such a dick.
Yeah, great, thank you.
Okay, well, Dylan, it's lovely to meet you.
You too.
And to talk about a film. It's a pretty intense film, this one.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning, you're quite like, ooh.
Yeah, I know.
This is quite intense.
Yeah, I was just talking with the last girl about how it's so sweet for like 60 seconds, and then the rest is just...
Yeah. Well, but in a good way.
Yeah,
and I guess for you, is that a conscious decision to do something that's a bit different from some of the things that you've done before?
Yeah, well, I think as an actor in general, you're always somewhat, at least me, and I know, you know, I feel like a lot of people are, you always want to do something different. You never want to be doing the same thing. It's part of like getting better as an actor too. You know, you always want to challenge yourself and try different things. You're also growing up too, and you know, you're especially in a time from when you're coming out of your late teens, early 20s into mid 20s, you know, late 20s, you just start, you're in a different time in your life too, so you start taking on different roles, you start becoming appropriate for different roles, I guess, too, and yeah, I don't know, I was really taken by this and by the character and the what happens to him and where it brings him, and kind of telling that story in a very realistic landscape to me was very interesting, so.
There's a lot to it as well. There are quite a few exotic or destinations in the script as well, aren't there? Is that like a big appealing thing when you see it? You're like, oh, hold on, I gotta go to Rome and I gotta do this?
Yeah, you know what's funny is it doesn't even occur to me. That stuff doesn't even occur to me until then. But yeah, obviously it's in the script, you know, and then when I'm on the shoot, I'm just realizing, I guess, as I'm going that, yeah, I mean, it was the most incredible places I've ever shot for anything before. I've never gone fully around the world just for a movie. I literally just headed east the whole time. I never even came back the other way. So,
where was
isn't that funny?
Where was your favorite place that you got to?
Man, I don't know. I mean, well, I loved being in London. We were in London for the main bulk of the film. We were like here for 2.5 months, and I loved London. I loved finally being here for a good chunk of time. I'm usually only here for like 3 days for this stuff, and I never know where the hell I am, and I don't know where anything is. So now I kind of like knowing it a little bit. I really enjoy my time here. Thailand was really cool. Rome obviously was, you know, Rome, and but kind of crazy too at the same time. But amazing. And we went to Malta for 1 day.
Out of interest, because you've got in your Motorino co-stars, that you've got a few Brits in there. Did they give you any tips of like things to do when you were here or places to go?
Well, it's actually hilarious. None of them were here when I was here, of course. Isn't that funny? None of them.
You had no friends.
So funny. I had like friends here who were American, oddly enough. So it's weird. But yeah, the timing didn't work out great. I couldn't believe it.
Do you find, were you going out and about in London, do you find you sort of get a different response from British people than you might get in America?
Yeah, you do. I mean, you know, there's obviously some crossover. Some people give you the same kind of thing, and in America too, you also get, you get all variety of stuff too. But like, I do remember, I mean, in London it tends to be more, I definitely got out here sort of the experience of just, you know, being happy to just say hey to you, you know, more so than wanting to, you know, grab you kind of thing. There was less of that out here.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So, lots of people trying to grab you all the time.
No, not necessarily. No, that's going to sound terrible.
No.
They're always trying to grab me.
They're always trying to grab me. God.
Get me out of here. It's these guys.
Do you feel a little bit... Do you feel like you're a bit of a crossroads then? Because, you know, 2 of your big franchises are coming to an end, aren't they?
Yeah.
So do you feel like you've got a lot of options at your feet? Or,
Yeah,
I mean,
career
with
is
this,
just in the tank.
No, but this is, you know, you are taking on something that's got the potential to also become a franchise.
I know, right? Yeah, potential another one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. Like this is a huge moment, like in my life, just because, like for me, you know, Teen Wolf and the Maze Runner series, you know, those were 2 very important things to me, and things I was really close to, you know, and I'll miss, and I'd really only ever acted with those two things, like to always go back to too. So, so yeah, it was really sad in 1 year, kind of concluding both of those things. It was really momentous and sad, but you know, happy and yeah, it's yeah, you know, on to the next. And so I'm curious now to see if I have any other really close to my heart experiences, you know?
Yeah.
Sure I will. I'm a sentimental person, annoyingly sentimental person.
No harm in that. I do have to ask, I'm sure you've been asked a million times about it. You obviously did have your accident on Maze Runner. Did that make you, or have any fears about doing stunts again?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, it's, yeah, it was a really tough time for me, you know, after that accident, and it was a really scary thing, you know. So obviously it's everything in you just wants to do anything but, obviously. So, but ultimately, you know, it was a really hard thing for me to sort of, in that headspace at the time, to wrap my head around doing this and committing to it. But I just pushed through and decided to, in hopes that it would be the right call and like actually help me, you know, a lot. And so, and it did. It was really, you know, it was a really good decision actually, and a really good, really nice step for me in recovery too. So.
Fantastic. That's really good to hear.
Again, annoyingly sentimental. Like this means a lot to me too. This one does too. They all do.
They all do.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Yeah, you too.
Cheers.